Hello and welcome to Mrs. D's Baking TV. Guys, today we are going to do a taste test. Today on my channel, I will be showing you step-by-step instructions on how I bake these delicious pumpkin spice scones. That's right, it's pumpkin season. So let's get started. Here are the ingredients that you'll need. Flour, baking powder, cinnamon, pumpkin spice, salt, unsalted butter, frozen, heavy whipping cream, 1 egg, pumpkin spice puree, brown sugar, vanilla extract, and to top your scones, you'll need turbinado sugar, which is optional. For your glaze, you'll need unsalted butter, pure maple syrup, sifted powdered sugar, and a pinch of salt. I didn't have any powdered sugar for this recipe. I simply took granulated sugar and cornstarch, blended it in a blender, and there you have it, powdered sugar. Here's some of the gadgets that you'll need for this recipe. You're gonna need a baking sheet. You're gonna need a pastry brush. You'll need something too sharp to cut your scones. Now this little mat, I'm not sure where I got it from, but it came in handy with the measurements on it so that I can press my dough out to an 8-inch circle. To your mixing bowl of flour, you are going to add your baking powder, cinnamon, pumpkin spice, and salt, and whisk it together. Then you're going to add your frozen grated butter. I tried using this pastry blender, but it did not work for me. So let's use our natural gadget, our fingers. And you're going to mix your dough until your butter is the size of small little peas. Next, we're going to whisk together heavy cream, eggs, our pumpkin, brown sugar, and vanilla extract. Here, I use vanilla bean paste. And you're going to mix it all together until all of the ingredients are well combined. Next, we're going to add our pumpkin mixture to our flour mixture. And we're going to mix it together until all of the flour is moistened. And once again, I decided the best tool to use in this situation were my fingers. So you're going to blend all of those ingredients together until they form a soft ball. Next, we're going to transfer our ball of dough to a floured surface and press it into an 8-inch disc. This is where that little pie shell saver thing that I found, I'm sure on one of those websites that I love to visit on sale, came in handy. Now, if you find that your dough is a little too sticky, you can place it in the refrigerator or the freezer. In the freezer, just for a little bit, just so that your butter can stay cold. So after pressing our dough out into an 8-inch disc, we are going to cut it into 8 equal wedges. using a pastry knife or a sharp knife. Our next step, we're going to carefully place our scones about 2 to 3 inches apart on our prepared baking pan. Here I'm using parchment paper, but if you don't have parchment paper, you can use a silicone mat, or if you don't have either one of those, I guess you can maybe use some baking spray so that your scones won't stick. Our next step, we're going to brush on our heavy whipping cream. Now, I will tell you, this is where I made a mistake. I added too much heavy whipping cream, which caused my scones to burn just a little in the oven, but we'll talk about that later. So after you add your heavy whipping cream, you're going to sprinkle the top of your scones with turbinado sugar. You're going to bake them in a preheated 400 degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. And there you have it, our finished product. Guys, these scones smelled so good. But see the little burnt pieces around the scones? The scones are not burned, but that's just the extra heavy whipping cream that I placed on top. So I suggest that either you wipe that away so that you don't have this problem. But we're going to place them on a baking rack to cool completely. And while our scones are cooling, we are going to make our maple glaze. To a saucepan on low heat, we're going to melt our butter and maple syrup and whisk it together. Once the butter has melted, we are going to remove our pan from the heat and we're going to add in our powdered sugar and a pinch of salt. And remember, if you don't have powdered sugar, you can simply take granulated sugar, cornstarch, blend it in a blender for about a minute, guys, and you've got powdered sugar. Next, we're going to take our beautiful glaze and top our scones. And guys, you know what time it is? It's taste test time. Okay, guys, I gotta be honest. These scones were absolutely delicious. I was shocked because they kind of reminded me of sweet potato, but it's pumpkin. It's pumpkin. These scones were delicious. You have got to try this recipe. And when you try it, I want you to comment on this video and tell me what your thoughts were about this recipe. This recipe is not mine. It will be listed in the description box with all of the measurements. Thank you so much for joining me today on Mrs. D's Baking TV with my new background, guys. I'm still trying to get used to the lighting in my new home, so I'll probably be changing direction several times in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. Bye.